Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
How was your day, my son?
It was very good, Baba. How about yours?
It was good too. Now, are you ready for the story of another prophet today?
Yes, Baba.
Good. Inshallah. Today, I will tell you the story of Prophet Isa alayhi salam.
Who is he, Baba?
The importance of Isa alayhi salam is apparent from the status assigned to him. He was the last messenger and prophet before Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was also the last messenger of Bani Israel. Allah had bestowed a special favor on the family of Isa alayhi salam by mentioning his name 25 times. His mother's name is mentioned 31 times as well.
MashaAllah, that is amazing. Please tell me a story, Baba. I'm so excited.
Alright, now listen carefully. In the story of Prophet Zechariah alayhi salam, we saw how the prophet became the guardian of Maryam alayhi salam. Maryam alayhi salam was the daughter of Prophet Imran alayhi salam. Zechariah took care of this little girl and he built a separate room for her in the temple. As Maryam alayhi salam grew up, she spent her time in devotion to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Prophet visited her daily to see her needs, and it continued for many years. The Prophet taught and guided her. Maryam alayhi salam grew to be a devotee of Allah, glorifying Him day and night. One day, Maryam alayhi salam was praying in her room as usual. It was then that an angel appeared before her in the form of a man. Maryam alayhi salam was terrified, thinking that this man was here to harm her. And she shouted, "I seek refuge with Allah from you, if you do fear Allah." Then the angel said, "I am only a messenger of your Lord to you. I was sent to give you a pious child who is pure from sins." She had calmed down by now, and she asked the angel, "How can I have a son when no man has touched me?" "That is very easy for Allah. Allah will make him a sign for the people and an indication of the power of Allah." The angel's visit made her very tensed, which increased as days passed by. How could she give birth to a child without having a husband? After a few months, she could not bear the mental strain any longer. Burdened with a heavy womb, she left the city, not knowing where to go. Maryam alayhi salam had not gone far when she was suddenly overtaken by the pains of childbirth. She sat down against the dry palm tree, and it was here that she gave birth to a son. When Maryam alayhi salam looked at her newborn baby, she was hurt. How could she bring him into this world without a father? She exclaimed, "I wish I had died before this happened and just vanished." Suddenly, she heard the voice of an angel. "Grieve not," the voice said. "Allah has placed a small river under you, and shake the trunk of this tree from which ripe dates will fall. Eat and drink and regain the strength you have lost. What you see is the power of Allah." Maryam alayhi salam drank water from the river and ate the ripe dates. For a while, she was comforted by Allah's miracle. After some time, she stood up and decided to return to the city. However, her fears also returned. What was she going to tell the people, she thought. It was then that another miracle happened. Her baby, born just a few hours ago, started to speak. The baby said, "If you meet any person, just tell them that you have vowed to fast for Allah today and that you will not speak to anyone." With this miracle, Maryam alayhi salam felt at ease and walked toward the city. As she expected, her arrival in the city with a newborn baby in her arms aroused curiosity of the people. "This is a terrible sin you have committed," they scolded her, but she kept her calm. She put her fingers on her lips, gesturing that she can't talk, and pointed to her child. The people were angry. "How can we speak to a newborn baby?" But the people were surprised when the child began to speak. The child spoke slowly and clearly. "I am Allah's servant. Allah has given me the book and made me a prophet. Allah has made me dutiful towards she who gave birth to me. Peace unto me the day I was born, the day I die, and the day I shall be raised alive." The people just stood there, watching the child speak in wonder. They realized that the child was unique and that it was Allah's will. Of course, there were some who regarded the baby's speech as a strange trick. But at least Maryam alayhi salam could now stay in the city without being harassed. It is said that Yusuf, the carpenter, was greatly surprised when he heard the story of Maryam alayhi salam. "Can a tree grow without a seed?" he asked her. "Yes," she replied. "The one which Allah created for the first time grew without a seed." Then he asked her again, "Is it possible to bear a child without a male partner?" "Yes," Maryam alayhi salam replied. "Allah created Adam without a male or a female." As Isa grew, his prophecy skills began to increase too. He could tell his friends what they were going to eat for supper and what they had hidden and where. When he was 12 years old, he accompanied his mother to Jerusalem. When they arrived at the temple, Isa alayhi salam wandered into the temple leaving his mother. The young prophet wandered into a room where people were listening to the lectures of priests. Even though the audience were full of adults, the prophet was not afraid to sit with them. After listening to them for some time, he stood up and started asking questions. The learned priests were disturbed by the questions he asked, for they were unable to answer them. The priests tried to silence him, but the prophet ignored them. He continued to ask questions and expressed his opinion. Isa got so involved in this exchange that he completely forgot his mother. In the meanwhile, Maryam alayhi salam went home thinking that her son might have gone back with their relatives or friends. But as soon as she reached home, she realized that her son was not there. So she ran to the city to find him. She searched for many hours and finally found her son sitting among the learned and debating with them. Maryam alayhi salam got very angry with him as she was worried so much. But the young prophet calmed her, saying that he lost track of time while he was debating with the priests.